I have studied at the University of Hong Kong for more than 3 years already. I thought I know the surroundings very well. One day in August, I went to the campus as usual. I saw something shocking. I couldn't move, but kept staring at these words. I think no other words can be better to describe Hong Kong. Memory flooded. I thought of the road that I used to walk every day when I was at secondary school. At that time, every morning I always had a feeling that I was being chased after by something. Feeling that I could neither see nor describe. I caught up with the time to be out, caught up with the empty R train, caught up with the school bell. Sometimes I didn't know if me to pursue time or time to chase after me. Of course, I was not the only one like this. Every morning, all the Hong Kong people are fighting with time. The speed in Hong Kong impressed me the most. It is strange that I born in this city, but I never get used to it. I always have a feeling of mismatch with the surroundings. So, when I was watching Wong Chongqing Express, I strongly emphasized myself with the characters. Wong marvelously presents the speed of this city, and also people's loneliness and the emptiness corresponding to such speed. His characters are always in a state of moving, regardless of whether they themselves are moving or not. They are forced to move. Yet, even though they move with the surroundings, the feeling of mismatch is still here. I'm very familiar with this feeling. I hated this city when I found that I became so impatient towards everything. At that time, I was unwilling to wait for even just for 1 minute. I thought it was so long to wait for the MTR train, but actually it's just a few minutes. The concept of MTR in pursuing time, I think, is not to remind us to use the time wisely, but to remind us how impatient we are. Later, I observed that everyone hated the wait too. Wong frequently took MTR as the setting in his film Fallen Angel. Together with the effect of wide-angle camera, the characters seem to be distorted in the speed of MTR. The speed of MTR symbolizes the speed in Hong Kong. In such fast speed, we lost before we really get something. I believe that Wong shares the same feeling with me. Everywhere in Hong Kong, there is the mixture of new and old. New architecture symbolizes the modernization of Hong Kong, and when the new architecture are built, old places are replaced and removed. The old are gradually replaced by the new. Everywhere in Hong Kong is changing in a rapid speed. Hong Kong is gradually lost in such speed.